Today I want to start with something that might shock you. Right now, as you're watching this, your body is changing. Not on the surface, but deep inside your cells. Scientists today can actually measure how fast your cells are aging. They can see it under a microscope. And what they're seeing is something most people never think about. At the very ends of your DNA, there are tiny protective caps. These caps are called telomeres. Think of them like the plastic tips on your shoelaces. Every time your cells divide, every time your body repairs itself, heals, or replaces old cells, those caps get a little shorter. And the shorter they become, the faster your body ages. But here's what's even more important. This process is not fixed. 3 Nobel Prize winning scientists spent decades uncovering exactly how this works, and more importantly, how you can slow it down. Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn discovered the biological clock inside your cells. Dr. Yoshinori Osumi uncovered how your body cleans itself from the inside through a process called autophagy. And Dr. Venki Ramakrishnan revealed how tiny structures inside your cells, called ribosomes, control how your body repairs, rebuilds, and stays strong. Now here's the part that should really get your attention. You don't need expensive treatments. You don't need complicated programs. Simple foods that may already be sitting in your kitchen, can send powerful signals to your DNA. They can tell your body to repair itself, protect itself, and slow down aging at the cellular level. Before we go deeper, if you're serious about your health and want real, science-backed information that actually works, make sure you subscribe. And in the comments, tell me where you're watching from. I always love seeing how far this message reaches. Now let's break this down step by step. Let's start with telomeres. Imagine your DNA like a shoelace. At the very end, there's that small plastic cap that keeps it from fraying. Without it, the shoelace would unravel and become useless. That's exactly what telomeres do for your DNA. Every time your body makes a new cell, those telomeres get slightly shorter. Over time, when they become too short, your cells lose their ability to function properly. They stop dividing, they become weak, and eventually they die. This is one of the main reasons behind aging, and it's strongly linked to diseases like heart disease, Alzheimer's, diabetes, and even cancer. But here's where things become powerful. Dr. Blackburn's research showed that stress alone can accelerate this process dramatically. In one of her most well-known studies, mothers caring for chronically ill children were found to have telomeres that looked up to 10 years older than their actual age. Think about that for a moment, stress alone, aging your body at a cellular level. But now here's the good news. You can protect, and in some cases even support the length of your telomeres through what you eat and how you live. One major study showed that lifestyle changes increase telomerase activity, the enzyme that protects your telomeres, by up to 84% in just 3 months. That's not a small effect. That's a massive shift happening inside your cells. So what are these foods? First, omega-3 fatty acids. These are found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. Studies show that people with higher omega-3 levels have significantly slower telomere shortening. If you don't eat fish, walnuts and flax seeds are excellent plant-based options. Next, berries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries. These are loaded with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that protect your DNA from damage. Just 1 cup a day can make a difference. Then you have leafy greens, spinach, kale, broccoli. These are rich in folate, vitamin C, and vitamin E nutrients that help stabilize your DNA and reduce oxidative stress. Whole grains and legumes also play a key role. Foods like oats, quinoa, lentils, and chickpeas provide fiber and B vitamins that support overall cellular health. And don't overlook vitamin D. Low vitamin D levels are linked to faster telomere shortening. Sunlight helps, but foods like mushrooms can also support your levels naturally. Now, let's shift to something equally powerful, autophagy. This is where your body literally cleans itself. The word autophagy means self-eating. And while that might sound strange, it's one of the most important survival mechanisms your body has. Your cells are constantly producing waste, damaged proteins, broken parts, toxins. If this waste builds up, It accelerates aging and disease. Autophagy is your body's way of clearing that out. Dr. Yoshinori Osumi discovered that when the body goes without food for a certain period, it activates this internal cleanup system. Think of it like a reset button. When you stop eating for a while, your body shifts from growth mode into repair mode. It starts breaking down damaged components and recycling them into new, healthy parts. One of the most effective ways to activate this is through fasting. Even a simple 14 to 16 hour fasting window can trigger autophagy. That means if you finish eating at 8 p.m. and don't eat again until noon the next day, your body gets time to clean itself. And this isn't just theory. Studies, including fasting during Ramadan, show significant increases in autophagy-related activity. Exercise also plays a role. You don't need intense workouts. Even moderate walking, cycling, or light resistance training can activate this process. Now here's what you can do practically. Avoid constant snacking. Give your body at least 4 to 5 hours between meals. Drink water, black coffee, or green tea during fasting periods. And when you eat, focus on foods that support the process. Green tea is especially powerful because it contains EGCG, which enhances autophagy. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower contain compounds that activate detox and repair pathways. Now let's move to the third piece of the puzzle, your ribosomes. These are tiny structures inside your cells that act like factories. Their job is to build proteins. Every function in your body depends on proteins. Your muscles, your immune system, your hormones, your repair systems. If your ribosomes are working efficiently, your body stays strong and resilient. If not, everything slows down. So how do you support them? First, quality protein. Not excessive amounts, but high-quality sources. Eggs, fish, lean meats, or plant-based proteins like hemp seeds and legumes. Aim for balance, not overload. Second, magnesium. This mineral is critical for hundreds of processes in your body, including protein production. Pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, and even dark chocolate are great sources. Third, B vitamins. These are essential for producing ribosomal RNA, which your body needs to build proteins. You'll find them in leafy greens, avocados, and legumes. And here's something many people overlook: eating slightly less. Overeating puts constant pressure on your cells to grow. But when you eat moderately, your body can focus more on repair. Add to that good sleep, 7 to 8 hours, and your body gets the time it needs to restore itself at a deep level. Now when you step back and look at all of this, something becomes very clear. These systems, telomeres, autophagy, ribosomes, they're all connected. And the foods that support one support all. So instead of complicated diets, here's a simple approach you can follow. Start your day after your fasting window with something clean and nourishing. Eggs with vegetables, berries, and green tea. For your next meal, go for a large salad with mixed vegetables, legumes, healthy fats like olive oil, and whole grains. In the evening, include a source of protein like fish, along with vegetables and complex carbs like sweet potatoes or lentils. If needed, keep snacks simple: nuts, berries, or dark chocolate. Finish eating by 8 p.m. Let your body rest and repair overnight. Add movement. Manage stress. Protect your sleep, because at the end of the day, every choice you make sends a me. Sage to your body. Every bite you take tells your cells to either repair or break down. And when you understand that, everything changes. Today, I want to start with something that might truly shift the way you think about your body and your health. Most people believe aging is something that just happens automatically, something written into our destiny that we have no control over. We watch time pass, we notice changes in our energy, our strength, our appearance, and we accept it as normal. But what if that belief is incomplete? What if aging is not simply about time passing, but about what is happening deep inside your cells every single moment? Right now, as you sit here, your body is performing millions of processes without you even realizing it. Cells are dividing, repairing damage, replacing old tissue, and maintaining balance. This is not a passive system. It is highly active, highly intelligent, and constantly responding to the environment you create for it. The real question is not whether your body is aging, but how it is aging and what signals are guiding that process. At the core of this process are structures inside your cells that act like protective systems. One of the most important of these is something called telomeres. You can think of telomeres as the protective caps at the ends of your DNA. Every time a cell divides, these caps become slightly shorter. Over time, as they shrink, your cells lose their ability to function properly. They slow down, they become less efficient, and eventually they stop working altogether. This is one of the fundamental mechanisms behind aging. But here's where things become powerful. The length of your telomeres is not only determined by time, it is strongly influenced by how you live your life, your daily habits, what you eat, how you sleep, how you manage stress, how much you move, send signals that can either protect these structures or accelerate their breakdown. In other words, your lifestyle is constantly communicating with your DNA. One of the biggest factors that affects this process is stress. Not just occasional stress, but chronic, ongoing stress that the body never fully recovers from. When you are constantly under pressure, your body releases stress hormones that increase inflammation and oxidative damage. Over time, this directly impacts your cells, speeding up the shortening of telomeres. Studies have shown that individuals under long-term stress can have cells that appear biologically much older than their actual age. This means that even if two people are the same age, their bodies can be aging at completely different rates depending on how they live. Now here's the hopeful part. If negative signals can accelerate aging, positive signals can slow it down. This is where nutrition becomes incredibly important. The foods you eat are not just calories or fuel. They are information. They carry chemical signals that interact directly with your cells and influence how they behave. Certain nutrients have the ability to reduce oxidative stress, lower inflammation, and support the systems that protect your DNA. Antioxidants are one of the key players here. These compounds help neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells and accelerate aging. Foods rich in antioxidants, such as berries, leafy greens, and colorful vegetables, provide your body with the tools it needs to defend itself at the cellular level. Over time, this protection helps preserve the integrity of your DNA and slow down the processes that lead to decline. Omega-3 fatty acids are another critical component. Found in foods like fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds, these healthy fats support cell membranes and reduce inflammation throughout the body. Research has shown that higher levels of omega-3s are associated with slower telomere shortening, meaning they play a direct role in protecting your cells from aging too quickly. Vitamins and minerals also contribute to this process in ways that many people overlook. Vitamin D, for example, is not just important for bones. It plays a role in regulating immune function and supporting cellular health. B vitamins, particularly folate, help control certain metabolic processes that are linked to DNA stability.
Vamos ver algumas das ações feitas pelo Tauilo até aqui. O projeto Juntos Educar, que premia todas as áreas da educação, por educadores e pais de alunos.
Instead of only thinking about wrinkles or physical changes, you begin to understand that aging starts at a microscopic level. It is happening in your cells, in your DNA, in the systems that keep your body functioning every day. And those systems are not fixed. They are adaptable, responsive, and influenced by your choices. Another important point to understand is that these changes do not happen overnight. Aging is the result of small, consistent signals repeated over time. A poor diet, lack of sleep, and chronic stress may not show immediate effects, but over years, they create a cumulative impact that becomes visible. In the same way, positive changes may seem small at first, but when practiced consistently, they lead to meaningful improvements in how your body functions. This is why even simple adjustments can make a difference. Adding more whole, nutrient-dense foods to your diet, improving your sleep habits, reducing unnecessary stress, and staying physically active all contribute to creating a healthier internal environment. These actions send signals that support repair instead of damage, resilience instead of decline. When you begin to see your body this way, everything changes. You are no longer just reacting to aging, you are influencing it. You start to recognize that your body is not working against you, but with you constantly adapting to the signals it receives. And when those signals are aligned with health and balance, your body responds in ways that can help you maintain strength, energy, and vitality for far longer than you might expect. As we move forward, it becomes clear that understanding aging is not just about protecting DNA, but also about how efficiently your body repairs and renews itself from within. One of the most powerful systems responsible for this internal renewal is something many people have never even heard of, yet it is working inside you right now. This system determines whether your body stays clean, efficient, and youthful at the cellular level, or whether it slowly fills with damage that leads to decline over time. Inside every cell, there is constant activity. Proteins are being built, used, and eventually worn out. Cellular parts become damaged through normal metabolism, environmental toxins, and everyday stress. If these damaged components are not removed, they begin to accumulate. Over time, this buildup interferes with normal cell function, slows down repair processes, and contributes to inflammation and disease. This is one of the hidden drivers of aging that most people never think about. Your body, however, is not defenseless against this. It has a built-in system designed specifically to handle this problem. This system is called autophagy. The word itself means self-eating, but what it really represents is self-cleaning and self-renewal. Through this process, your cells identify damaged or unnecessary components, break them down, and recycle them into new, functional parts. It is one of the most efficient recycling systems in nature. When autophagy is working properly, your cells stay clean and efficient. Damaged proteins are removed before they can cause harm. Old cellular structures are broken down and replaced. Energy is used more effectively, and the overall environment inside your body remains balanced. This process plays a crucial role in preventing the buildup of toxins and reducing the risk of many age-related conditions, including neurodegenerative diseases and metabolic disorders. The challenge is that autophagy does not stay equally active throughout life. As we age, and especially with modern lifestyles, this system becomes less efficient. Constant eating, frequent snacking, high levels of processed foods, and lack of physical activity all send signals to the body that keep it in a continuous state of growth and storage. While growth is important, the body also needs time to switch into repair mode. Without that shift, cleanup processes like autophagy remain underactive. This is where one of the most important discoveries in modern biology comes into play. Research has shown that autophagy is strongly activated when the body experiences periods without food. When you stop eating for a certain amount of time, your body senses that external energy is not immediately available. Instead of continuing to focus on growth, it switches priorities. It begins to conserve energy, repair damage, and recycle internal resources. This is the moment when autophagy becomes highly active. Even relatively short fasting periods can trigger this process. When you go 12, 14, or 16 hours without eating, your body gradually shifts into a state well. Here, cleanup and repair take priority. During this time, damaged proteins and cellular debris are broken down, making way for healthier, more efficient components. This is not a harmful process. It is a natural function that has been part of human biology for thousands of years. In the past, humans did not have constant access to food. Periods of fasting were normal, whether due to scarcity or daily routines. The body adapted to this pattern by developing efficient repair mechanisms that activate during those times. Today, with constant access to food, many people rarely give their bodies the opportunity to enter this repair state. As a result, cellular cleanup becomes less frequent, and damage accumulates over time. It's important to understand that activating this process does not require extreme measures. Simple changes in eating patterns can make a significant difference. Allowing longer gaps between meals, avoiding late-night eating, and creating a consistent overnight fasting window can all help stimulate autophagy. These are practical adjustments that fit into everyday life without requiring drastic changes. Alongside fasting, certain types of foods can support this process even further. Compounds found in green tea, for example, have been shown to enhance cellular repair pathways. Vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower contain natural substances that help activate detoxification and support internal cleanup mechanisms. These foods work in harmony with the body's natural systems, providing additional support without forcing unnatural changes. Physical activity also plays a role in this process. Movement signals the body to use energy more efficiently and can trigger repair mechanisms in muscles and other tissues. Even moderate activity, such as walking or light resistance exercises, contributes to maintaining a balance between growth and repair. This balance is essential for long-term health. What makes this system so powerful is that it operates quietly in the background, without any conscious effort. You don't feel autophagy happening, but its effects are profound. It helps maintain the quality of your cells, supports metabolic health, and reduces the burden of accumulated damage that contributes to aging. When you begin to understand how this process works, it changes the way you think about eating and daily habits. Food is no longer just about energy intake. It becomes part of a larger cycle that includes both nourishment and renewal. Giving your body time to repair is just as important as giving it nutrients to grow. Over time, consistently supporting this balance allows your body to function more efficiently. Cells stay cleaner, systems operate more smoothly, and the internal environment becomes more stable. Instead of gradually declining under the weight of accumulated damage, the body maintains a stronger capacity for renewal and resilience. As we go even deeper into how the body maintains strength and longevity, there is another critical system working quietly inside every cell that often goes unnoticed, yet it influences nearly everything your body does. This system is responsible for building the very proteins that make up your muscles, enzymes, hormones, and immune defenses. Without it, repair cannot happen, growth cannot occur, and the body cannot maintain itself over time. At the center of this system are tiny structures known as ribosomes. Ribosomes can be thought of as microscopic factories. Every second of your life, they are reading instructions from your DNA and assembling amino acids into proteins. These proteins are then used to repair damaged tissues, build new cells, support your immune system, and carry out thousands of essential functions. The efficiency and accuracy of these ribosomes directly influence how well your body maintains itself, especially as you age. When ribosomal function is strong, your body is able to produce high-quality proteins consistently. This means better muscle maintenance, faster recovery from injury, stronger immunity, and more stable internal systems. But as with many processes in the body, ribosomal efficiency can decline over time. This doesn't happen suddenly. It's a gradual shift influenced by nutrition, lifestyle, and the overall internal environment of your cells. One of the biggest factors affecting ribosomal performance is the availability of quality building materials. Proteins are made from amino acids, and if your body does not receive enough of these, or if they are not balanced properly, ribosomes cannot do their job effectively. This doesn't necessarily mean eating excessive amounts of protein, but rather focusing on the quality and variety of the sources you consume. Whole, nutrient-dense foods provide a more complete range of amino acids along with the vitamins and minerals needed to support the entire process. Foods such as eggs, fish, legumes, seeds, and certain plant-based proteins offer the body the raw materials it needs to build and repair efficiently. When these nutrients are consistently available, ribosomes can maintain a steady production of functional proteins, which supports muscle health, tissue repair, and overall resilience. On the other hand, diets lacking in these essential components can lead to weaker protein synthesis, slower recovery, and a gradual decline in physical strength and function. Beyond protein intake, minerals like magnesium play a crucial role in supporting ribosomal activity. Magnesium is involved in hundreds of biochemical reactions in the body, including those required for protein synthesis. Without adequate levels, the efficiency of ribosomes can be compromised. Foods such as leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and even small amounts of dark chocolate provide this important mineral and contribute to maintaining proper cellular function. B vitamins are another essential part of this process. They are deeply involved in energy production and in the creation of ribosomal RNA, which is a key component of the ribosome itself. Without sufficient B vitamins, the body struggles to produce the machinery needed for protein synthesis. This is why diets rich in whole foods like vegetables, legumes, and healthy fats are so important. They provide the foundational nutrients that allow these microscopic systems to operate smoothly. Another important factor that influences ribosomal efficiency is how much the body is being pushed toward constant growth. When you eat excessively or too frequently, your body is continually focused on growth and storage. While growth is necessary, it requires a large amount of energy and resources. Over time, this constant demand can place stress on cellular systems, including ribosomes, reducing their ability to maintain quality control in protein production. When you introduce periods of moderate eating or slightly reduced calorie intake, the body shifts its priorities. Instead of focusing only on growth, it begins to emphasize repair and maintenance. This allows ribosomes to function more efficiently, producing proteins that are not only abundant, but also properly formed and functional. It's not about deprivation, but about creating balance so the body can allocate resources where they are needed most. Sleep is another powerful factor that directly affects this system. During deep sleep, the body enters a state where repair processes are at their peak. Ribosomes become highly active in producing the proteins needed to restore tissues, strengthen muscles, and support the immune system. Without adequate sleep, this process is disrupted, leading to incomplete repair and a gradual buildup of damage. Over time, this can contribute to fatigue, weakened immunity, and accelerated aging. Physical activity also plays a significant role. When you engage in resistance training or even moderate exercise, you create a demand for new proteins, especially in muscle tissue. This stimulates ribosomal biogenesis, meaning the body actually increases the number of ribosomes available to meet this demand. As a result, your capacity for protein synthesis improves, helping maintain muscle mass and strength as you age. What becomes clear is that ribosomes do not work in isolation. They are influenced by the same factors that affect other aspects of cellular health: nutrition, energy balance, sleep, and physical activity. When these elements are aligned, ribosomes can operate at a high level of efficiency, supporting the body's ability to repair and maintain itself over time. This system connects directly with everything discussed earlier. Protecting DNA ensures that the instructions for building proteins remain intact. Activating internal cleanup processes removes damaged components that could interfere with protein production. Supporting ribosomes ensures that the body can use those clean systems and accurate instructions to rebuild itself effectively. When all of these processes work together, the result is a body that is not simply aging, but actively maintaining its function. Cells communicate more effectively, repair happens more efficiently, and the systems responsible for strength, energy, and resilience remain supported. Instead of a gradual decline driven by accumulated damage and reduced function, the body retains a stronger ability to adapt and sustain itself over time. When you step back and look at everything together, a powerful truth becomes clear. Your body is not simply wearing out with time. It is constantly responding to the signals you give it. Deep inside you, your DNA is being protected or damaged. Your cells are either cleaning themselves or accumulating waste, and your protein factories are either building strength or slowly losing efficiency. These processes are not random. They are guided by your daily habits, your environment, and the choices you repeat over and over again. What makes this so important is that it changes your role completely. You are no longer just a passive observer of aging. You are an active participant in how your body evolves over time. Every meal you eat, every hour of sleep you get, every period of rest or stress, every moment of movement or inactivity sends a message to your cells. Those messages shape whether your body leans toward repair, balance, and resilience, or toward damage, inflammation, and decline. The science we've explored, from protecting telomeres to activating autophagy to supporting ribosomes, shows that your body already has incredibly intelligent systems designed to keep you healthy and strong. These systems are not broken. They are simply waiting for the right conditions to function at their best. When you provide those conditions through proper nutrition, balanced eating patterns, quality sleep, and consistent movement, your body responds in ways that can slow aging and preserve vitality far beyond what most people expect. You don't need perfection to make this work. You don't need extreme routines or complicated strategies. What matters is consistency, small, simple actions repeated daily. Choosing whole foods, allowing your body time to repair, managing stress, and supporting your internal systems create a powerful cumulative effect. Over time, these choices build a foundation that supports strength, energy, and long-term health. Instead of asking how to stop aging, the better question becomes how to age well, how to maintain clarity, mobility, independence, and vitality as the years go by. And the answer lies not in something outside of you, but within the systems your body already has. When you understand how to support those systems, you begin to take control of a process that once felt inevitable. So as you move forward, remember this: every choice you make is a signal, every habit is a direction, and every day is an opportunity to either support or weaken the systems that keep you alive and thriving. Start small, stay consistent, and trust that your body is always working with you. Your future health is not decided by time alone. It is built by the signals you give your body every single day.